the S3 Operations Officer, 86th Brigade Special Troops Battalion, 86th IBCT Mountain. Major Roy enlisted in the Vermont Army National Guard in 1998 as a Flight Operations Specialist. Graduated from Officer Candidate School in 2000, was commissioned a second lieutenant as an engineer officer. Major Roy held positions as platoon leader, executive officer, and took command of the 131st Engineer Company in 2003. In July 2006, Major Roy deployed the 131st Engineer Company to Iraq in support of Operation Iraqi Freedom. The unit was deployed as a route clearance company with a primary purpose of finding and destroying improvised explosive devices, commonly referred to as IEDs. When the company returned to Vermont in 2007, Major Roy was assigned as a logistics officer for the 3rd of the 172nd Mountain Infantry Battalion. In 2008, he assumed command of the Headquarters and Headquarters Company, 3rd of the 172nd Mountain Infantry Battalion, which was deployed to Afghanistan 2009-2010. While in Afghanistan, he was assigned additional duty Task Force Engineer for a province in Afghanistan. Upon return to Vermont in 2013, Major Roy was assigned as a Plans and Operations Officer for the Director of Military Support. In 2014, he was assigned to his present position. Some of Major Roy's decorations include 2 Bronze Stars, Meritorious Service Medal, Army Commendation Medal, Army Achievement Medal, Joint Service Achievement Medal, Iraq Campaign Medal, Afghanistan Campaign Medal, German Armed Forces Achievement Badge, Aviation Badge, and the Combat Action Badge. Major Roy resides in Bristol with his wife Elizabeth and their 3 children, Oliver, Abigail, and Evan. Major Jacob Roy.
Good afternoon. Lieutenant Colonel LaRose said that I had about a half an hour that I could take doing this, so I'll try to keep on par here. So, I am really privileged to stand here before you today and honor those that gave the most a person could give for their country. I want to start out with a short story. I haven't talked about this in many years, but I thought it was fitting. My company was charged with patrolling main supply route south of Baghdad. It was May 2007. Typically about this time of year, I was working all night, waiting until patrols came in. Then I would hit the rack for a couple hours and get back up and do it all over again. One particular day, I received a radio call in my barracks just as I was dozing out. Sir, we need you. We need you to get up here right away. Generally, that's not a good thing to get on the radio on the first thing in the morning. So I hurried up to my operations center and was directed over to the battalion operations center. The battalion commander and the battalion operations officer were waiting for me. I inquired what was going on. My commander replied that 2nd Brigade, 10th Mountain Division had an outpost recently attacked. They had 4 soldiers that were killed, 4 were missing. My company was being assigned to assist with Dust 1 operations. Dust 1 operations is when a soldier goes missing. Dust 1 stands for duty status and whereabouts unknown. This was absolutely devastating because the battalion that was attacked, we'd worked closely with. Our company was assigned to provide route clearance operations for maneuver forces that were coming in to search for these men. It was weeks that we were assigned there. We'd only found 2 by the time that we were reassigned. It wasn't until after the surge operations were completely done that the other 2 were recovered in 2008. But no matter what, every operation that we went out on, we did not forget them. We were always looking for them. They would never be forgotten. Today we remember all those servicemen and women that answered a call to arms and died serving their country. Memorial Day was originally named Decoration Day through the issuance of General Order 11 by General John Logan on May 5th, 1868. He called for a nationwide day of remembrance. He stated, "The 30th of May, 1868 is dedicated for the purpose of strewing flowers or otherwise decorating graves of comrades who had died in defense of their country during the late rebellion. And those bodies now lie in almost every city, every village and hamlet courtyard in the land." It wasn't until after World War I that this was expanded to honor all servicemen and women that have died in America's wars. And finally, in 1971, Decoration Day was officially changed to Memorial Day by Congress. For me, this is a very special day. It's a reminder to me and to all of us that freedom is not free. There is a cost to having what we have. The men and women buried in Arlington, Normandy, Gettysburg, and some right here in Bristol died believing in something bigger than themselves. They dedicated their lives to fighting America's wars and protecting our homeland, our way of life. The way our founding fathers wanted for us. The way of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, as stated in the Declaration of Independence, and the freedoms that are granted to us outlined in the Constitution. Ever since the beginning of our country, there have been people in this world that do not believe in our way of life and have tried to take it away. They've tried, and they have failed. They failed because they didn't understand that the soldiers, the sailors, airmen, and Marines that they faced were dedicated to preserving the freedoms that they enjoyed, the freedoms that they hope their children will enjoy and their children's children. Let us reflect on the sacrifices, all our warriors that have fallen in service of our country. Let us reflect on how their deaths have forever impacted their families, their loved ones, friends, neighbors, and us as a community, a state, and a country. Let us dedicate ourselves to never forgetting their sacrifices made for us and show the fallen that they will live on in our hearts. That we cherish the sacrifice that they made. The sacrifice they made to our nation. But most importantly, let us make Memorial Day every day by never failing to honor the men and women that gave their all. Their courage will shine like a beacon to future generations through tough times of danger and uncertainty. Their sacrifice will serve as the sternest of warnings to our enemies that we shall never abandon the cause of liberty, and there will always be an American soldier there to defend it. Thank you. God bless.